Welcome to Slow Moving Flow. So I created this flow for beginners. It's great if you've never done yoga or if you're really new to it. So it's a real balance of effort and ease. We're gonna take extra time to seep into a little more instruction and energetic alignment and take our time just to feel the breath moving throughout the body. So I welcome you here. I'm so excited. Let's get started. Welcome to the Slow Moving Flow. We're gonna get started either sitting on your shins, or you can sit cross-legged. Feel free to slide a block if you have one handy under your hips, or you can always use a folded up towel or a blanket. Just really anything around the house will do. Once you feel comfortable and supported, just go ahead and close your eyes. And simply just take a moment to take inventory of your body. So starting with your awareness at the top of your head, and simply noticing any areas of tension or tightness, perhaps loosening the small facial muscles, relaxing your jaw, your neck, letting your shoulders soften away from your ears, feeling your arms resting heavy, your hands relaxing. Feeling your belly soft and your hips gently anchoring down. And on your next breath in, go ahead and reach your arms out and up. Press your palms together over your head. And exhale your hands right to the center of your chest, pressing your thumbs right into your heartbeat. And together we'll take a deep breath in through the nose, fill up the body. And open your mouth and let it go. Twice more like that. Big inhale. Big exhale. Once more, inhaling. Long exhale. And taking your time, just gently allowing your eyes to float open. And on your inhale, go ahead and reach your arms straight up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, take a twist to the right. So your left hand finds your right knee and your right hand can just sneak behind you. On the inhale, feel the spine lengthen. And on your exhale, just feel a gentle twist from your belly. Twice more. Inhale, feel length. Exhale, twist. Once more, inhale and exhale. Inhale, start to come back through center. Go ahead and sweep your arms right back up towards the ceiling. And exhale, twist to the left. So right hand, left knee, left fingertips sneak behind you. On the inhale, you feel the breath lift from the belly button to the crown of the head. And on the exhale, you just gently curl towards the back. Inhale, length. Exhale, twist. One more time, inhale. And exhale. And inhale, start to turn your belly back forward. Go ahead and reach your arms all the way up. And then just gently allow your right hand to drop down. You can soften the fingertips down, relax the elbow, and then just take the left arm up and take a gentle side stretch over to the left, going as far as it feels comfortable in your body and just being mindful to allow the left shoulder to relax away from the left ear. And just breathe into the left rib and breathe out. Then just very gently pressing down to lift all the way back up, reach your arms high, and take the other side. So allow the left hand to drop, fingertips down, elbow relaxed, and just take a gentle stretch over to the right. And if it feels okay on your neck, you can gaze up. Soften the right shoulder away from the ear and just take a full breath in and a full breath out. Pressing down, start to lift the arms straight back up towards the ceiling. And exhale, just release the fingertips down. Closing the eyes, pressing the fingertips down into the earth. Take a full breath in and a long breath out. Opening the eyes, just start to crawl your hands forward and take a gentle forward fold. And as good as that feels in your body, you can crawl your hands really far forward or not too far forward, and just let your head and neck drop, let your forehead release, and just breathe into the back spaces of your body. Gently starting to lift up your head, start to crawl your hands back towards your hips, and we'll start to come to all fours. So shift your legs around. If you were sitting on a block or a blanket, just go ahead and slide it out to the side. And we'll set up some alignment here so that it can feel good. So a nice tabletop position. Your wrists are going to be directly over your shoulders. Your fingertips are going to be spread wide with your middle finger pointing straight towards the front of your mat. Your hips are going to be directly over your knees, and knees are hip distance apart, so you can look at your hips and just track that. And toes are pointing straight back away from the knees. The crown of your head is reaching forward and your tailbone is reaching straight back. So it's like a flat back. Then some cat-cow. So on the inhale, you're gonna roll your shoulders back, bring your heart forward and feel your tailbone lift. And then on the exhale, you're gonna round your spine, take your chin in towards your chest, drop your tailbone. Inhale, cow, pull the heart forward, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round cat, and press the ground away with your palms. One more time. Inhale, pull the heart forward, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round, hollow out the belly. And start to come back to a neutral spine. So crown of the head reaching forward, tailbone reaching back. And we'll do some gentle shoulder openers. So inhale, go ahead and reach your left arm all the way up, maybe gaze up at the fingertips. And then as you exhale, go ahead and sneak the left hand behind the right wrist, drop the left shoulder down to the ground, drop the head, the left ear down to the ground. And either keep your right hand right where it was, or you can start to reach the right fingertips forward. And you could play around with which one feels more supportive in your body. Allow your hips to feel like they're leaning back a bit, and then just take a nice breath in and a nice breath out. Two more. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more in. One more out. And if your right hand is forward, go ahead and slide it back, pressing down into the right palm. Inhale, lift the left arm right back up and open, stretch. And exhale, release the left hand down under the left shoulder. And we'll do that same thing on the other side. So a big inhale lifts the right arm up, reach and stretch. Exhale, thread the right hand behind the left wrist, drop the right shoulder down, right ear to the ground. Left hand can stay where it is, or maybe you start to take it forward. You can tense onto the fingertips, and then just breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, feel your belly expand. Breathe out. One more like that, deep breath in. Deep breath out. If the left hand was forward, go ahead and slide the left hand back. Press into the left palm to reach the right arm all the way back up and open, big stretch. And release the right hand down, tabletop. From here, just start to move your tabletop. So it might feel good to sway the shoulders back and forth, creating some circles after opening them. You can get the hips involved, maybe even swinging the calves left and right. So this is movement that you can't really get wrong. You can just close your eyes, feel, and breathe. When you're ready, just start to find a little bit of stillness back in your tabletop. And on the inhale, start to open your chest forward, cow. And as you exhale, tuck your toes under and lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. And then the down dog, before we get into alignment, just kind of move a bit here, just like that wiggly all fours. So sway your hips a little side to side, maybe press down into one palm and then the other palm. You could even shake out your head and neck, flutter through your lips, do anything that's gonna feel like a nice release for your body. And then we'll start to find a little bit of stillness in your down dog, but keep feeling your breath moving through you. And we'll line this up. So you can take a look at your hands. Your fingertips are spread wide. You're going to press your hands away from your hips. Have your feet be hip distance apart. Toes are pointing straight forward. And go ahead and put a soft bend in your knees. So your heels don't have to touch the ground. Your knees don't have to be straight. You should just feel length in your spine, your hips opening, and just feel your body relaxing in space. And then take a breath in and lift your heels really high up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, gently release the heels back down. And take that twice more. So inhale, lift the heels up. Exhale, release them down. One more time. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, let them go. And tuck your chin in towards your chest. Roll forward to your plank pose. So your shoulders land right over your wrist. Your heels press straight back. There's softness in your knees and your belly is pulling in towards your spine. And then exhale, soften your knees, downward facing dog. We'll do that twice more. So roll forward to your plank pose like a wave. And exhale, very gently lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. One more time like that. Inhale, roll forward, plank pose. Exhale, soften the knees, downward facing dog. And soften your knees again, and we'll start to take a very gentle stroll to the front of the mat, feet up to meet the hands. Once you're there, you can just allow the feet to be hip distance apart. So a good measurement of that is 2 fists that land in between your feet. Toes are pointing straight forward, heels are straight back. Let the head and neck go, let your knees soften, and just feel your body in space. It might feel nice to just energetically feel a heaviness pouring down into your feet, really grounding your body. And feeling a lightness, an energetic lightness traveling from your hips out through the crown of your head. And keeping your awareness on your feet, just very gently press them down as you slowly start to roll up to stand, one notch at a time. Let your head and neck be the last to arrive. Once your head comes up over your shoulders, go ahead and roll your shoulders up and back. Allow your palms to face forward. And allow the crown of the head to reach towards the ceiling as the heels press down. And just go ahead and close your eyes for a moment. And simply just feel your body in space. Feel a gentle lift, the crown of the head reaching high. And again, an energetic heaviness pouring down into your feet and really rooting you into the earth. Notice any sensations on your palms, any areas of your skin. And then just take a very big inhale through your nose. Fill up your body with your breath. Very big exhale out the mouth. Let relaxation flow through. Softly allow your eyes to open. Take a deep inhale, soften your knees, reach your arms high, press your palms together over your head. And as you exhale, bend your knees and fold forward over your legs, coming back to that forward fold. We'll take a half lift. So 2 options here. You can either press your fingertips down or you can press your hands onto your shins. Wherever you are, just lengthen your spine, crown of the head forward, your back of the thighs press back. And then as you exhale, you soften the knees and you fold right back forward, let the crown of the head go. Taking that twice more. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, let it go. One more time like that. Inhale, lengthen the spine, feel the belly go in. Exhale, release. And just very gently start to step back to your down dog. So taking as many steps as are needed. Feet are landing hip distance apart, fingertips spread wide. Press the palms away from the hips and the hips away from the palms. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Down dog split. So on your inhale, start to lift your right leg up and bend your knee and open your hip and just start to roll around in the ankle and perhaps even a little circle with the knee. So just see how the right side of your body, the right side of your hip feels today. And start to lengthen the leg behind you, down dog split. So press the heel straight back and all 5 toes are pointing straight down. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, step your right foot just a little bit forward of your left foot and start to take a walk. So left foot, right foot, back to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Take the half lift on the inhale, wherever the hands want to go, that feels good. And exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, start to roll up to stand, 1 notch at a time. This time, once the head floats over the shoulders, allow the arms to rise with it, to reach the arms high, palms press. Exhale, fold over the legs, let it go. Inhale, flat back, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step your left foot back into a low lunge. So allow the legs to be long enough that the right knee can stack right above the right ankle. And then shift the weight into the fingertips and just rock a little side to side and see how your body feels. Just very gently allowing it to open and stretch. And go ahead and start to release your back knee down to the ground, untuck your back toes, and allow the weight of your right shoulder to fall onto your right thigh. Drop your head and neck and just release here. Allow your body to stretch just by letting go. Go ahead and tuck your back toes back under, lift your back knee, low lunge. Inhale, look forward. And as you exhale, start to lengthen your front leg and turn all 10 of your toes over towards the left side of the mat. So you're in a wide-legged forward fold. And a couple options here. So definitely put a big bend in your knees and then do what feels good with your arms. So you could come down onto your forearms. You could stretch your arms really wide. You could just let them hang, maybe grab opposite elbows. And I invite you to even sway. So you can bend one knee and bend the other knee and just see how this kind of pose, this kind of movement feels on your body today. So it's all about just really sinking in and feeling your body from the inside out, getting in tune with what you need rather than what I say. So you're kind of the explorer, I'm just the guide. And taking your time, we're gonna go back to the low lunge at the front of the mat. So turning your right toes forward, left toes forward onto the back heel, and we'll come into a warrior one. So I want you to heel toe your right foot out to the right just a bit. So both hands are gonna be on the inside of the right foot. And then spin your left heel down. And the left toes are gonna point slightly out to the left. You're gonna press down into your feet and you're gonna lift all the way up. So one thing that I like to talk about with the difference between Warrior One and Warrior Two, which can get a little confusing, is that the hips are forward with Warrior One. So the left hip is going forward, the right hip is going back, and the hips are square towards the front of the mat. And the heels are not one in front of the other, they're wider. The feet are a little bit wider, so you have a bigger base. And you're gonna reach your arms straight up, but soften your shoulders away from your ears. And feel your front knee directly over your front ankle. And it's almost like the knee is pointing towards the second and third toe. And really ground down into your back heel and the outer edge of your back foot. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let's do that once more. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And gently release your hands behind you, and we're gonna interlace the fingertips. And the palms can press together or not, really whatever feels good on your body. On the inhale, I want you to start to just lengthen your front leg, press your knuckles down, and start to open your heart and look up. And as you exhale, bend your front knee and then start to take your heart down, the right shoulder on the inside of the right knee, and drop the head and neck. And we'll do that twice more. So press down into the feet to lift all the way back up. The front leg lengthens, the knuckles go down, the heart rises. And then as you exhale, you bend the front knee and it's a slow flow down. Once more like that, press down into your feet, allow the front leg to go long, allow your heart to lift, your gaze to lift. Exhale, bend the front knee, fold forward, let go. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Release your hands down, low lunge, so just spin up your back heel. And we'll step back to a plank pose, stepping your right foot back to meet your left. During your plank, just allow it to be movable and easy, so you can rock a little side to side. And then we'll lower the knees down and then lower all the way down onto your belly. And we'll start to open up the shoulders a little bit more. So take your hands wide, so wider than your mat, and press down to the fingertips so it's like a ball is in between, a ball is in your palms. Press down into the fingertips, and on the inhale, I want you to start to lift your head, your chest, your ribs, and then your belly, and press your fingertips down, open your heart forward. And as you exhale, reverse that. So it's belly, ribs, chest, head. Twice more, inhale, head, chest, ribs, belly stretched. Exhale, roll down. One more time, inhale, roll all the way up. Exhale, roll all the way down. Slide your hands next to your shoulders, tuck your toes, shift through bent knees, and then just lift your hips all the way up and back for your downward facing dog. Once you're in your down dog, allow it to be movable so you can sway your hips a little left and a little right. And on the inhale, just start to lift your left leg up. Down dog split. Bend the knee, open the hip, and start to roll around the ankle and roll around in the knee a little bit, and just see how that feels on your body. And start to lengthen the leg long behind you. Heel presses back, the 5 toes point straight down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, step the left foot a little forward and then turn that into a walk. Right foot forward, left foot forward, all the way to the front of the mat, finding that forward fold, feet hip distance, body just surrendering. We'll take that gentle half lift for a flat back, lengthening the spine. And exhale, soften the knees and fold. Roll up to stand, one notch at a time. This time, once the head lifts, start to reach the arms all the way up. Press the palms up over your head. And exhale, dive forward. Easy knees fold over the legs. Inhale, take the half lift. And exhale, we're gonna step the right foot back this time. So coming back to that low lunge, allowing the legs to be far enough apart from one another that your left knee can stack over your left ankle, and really press that right heel back so you keep the back of the right leg nice and strong. Sway a little bit, put the weight into the fingertips, maybe move left, maybe move right. And go ahead and relax that right knee down to the ground, untuck the toes, and just start to allow the left shoulder to fall on top of the left thigh, and let the head and neck release. Feel the hips naturally sinking forward and down. And we'll start to lift our chest back up, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee so that you're in a low lunge. Inhale, look forward, open your chest forward. Exhale, lengthen your front leg. Start to turn your toes towards the right side of the mat, wide-legged forward fold. Toes directly in front of the heels, and then finding something that feels good with the arms. So maybe you want to crawl them out to one side or the other. Maybe you want to soften one knee and then switch sides. Just see how your body feels, move and breathe and explore. Remembering that the breath will guide the body. So using your breaths in and breaths out just to allow you to get into deeper spaces. So starting to turn your toes forward, coming back to the low lunge, facing the front of the mat. And then we'll come back to that warrior one. So heel toe your left foot out to the left just a bit, and take your both hands, both your left and your right hand, on the inside of the left foot, and start to spin your back heel down. So front toes point forward, back toes point out. Heels are not lined up with one another, there's space. Press down into the feet and just start to lift up. And again, we'll start to square the hips. So the right hip is going to be going forward and the left hip is going to be going back. Reach your arms straight up towards the ceiling, but soften the shoulders away from the ears. And think about your shoulders stacking right over the hips, so you don't want to feel the shoulders too far forward or too far back. It's just everything landing, like an energetic heaviness falling from the fingertips, down the spine, into the feet. Then just breathe in and breathe out. And again, a deep inhale and a deep exhale. And we'll interlace the hands behind us again. This time, maybe you take the opposite thumb on top, and I like to just say that's the way that it feels a little weird. So if you're not sure what you did last time, just try the one that feels not like how you always do it, will be the right one. Go ahead and press your knuckles down, lengthen your front leg, and start to lift your chest towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, bend your front knee and start to fold forward. Left shoulder on the inside, left thigh, head drops. Press down into the feet, inhale, lift all the way back up. Lengthen the front leg, open the heart up. Exhale, fold all the way forward, take it slow. Press down into the feet, inhale, lift all the way back up. Exhale, go all the way back forward, release. Pause here for a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Release your hands down, low lunge, spin the back heel up, and then step back for your plank pose. And take a moment in your plank to be movable. Sway a little side to side. And then go ahead and drop your knees down and lower all the way to your belly. And we'll do those heart openers. So tense onto your fingertips, take your hands nice and wide. On the inhale, start to roll all the way up. On the exhale, roll all the way down. So it's like a massage. Inhale, roll all the way up. Exhale, roll all the way down. One more time, inhale up. Exhale down. Press your hands next to your shoulders. Press through bent knees and lift your hips all the way up and back, downward facing dog. Sway your hips a little left, a little right. And go ahead and inhale, lift your right leg up, down dog split. And exhale, step the right foot a little forward and take that walk. Left foot forward, as many steps as you need to come back to that forward fold at the top of the mat, letting your head and neck go. Taking a flat back, inhaling, lengthening the spine. Exhaling, folding. And this time we'll go ahead and step that left foot back, low lunge. And we'll come right back into that warrior one. So heel to the right, foot out to the right a bit, spin the back heel down, lift the arms, and sink the hips straight down. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And we'll open to warrior two. So we're gonna open our arms and open our hips, and your feet are going to move. So the big difference between warrior one and warrior two is that your heels are lined up. So if I was to draw a line from my front heel to my back heel, they would connect. Then your knee is gonna be right over your ankle. Your fingertips are gonna reach away from each other, softening your elbows and softening your shoulders. And maybe you wanna gaze over your front fingertips if it feels like a nice place to just relax and be for a moment. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Feel your shoulders over your hips. Breathe in, breathe out. And we'll reverse the warrior. So you drop your back hand to your back thigh and you reach your right arm all the way up and you just stretch and you keep your front knee bent as you reach up and back. And we'll cartwheel our hands down to frame the front foot for a low lunge and step right back to a down dog. So releasing the right foot back to the left, lifting the hips, stretching out the spine, breathing deep into the body. And we'll do that same thing on the other side. Inhale, lift your left leg up, down dog split, stretch the heel away from both hands. And then exhale, step the left foot a little forward and start to take that walk. Feet up to meet the hands, gentle little flow forward. Drop the head and neck. Inhale, take a long spine, flat back. Exhale, release. On your next inhale, we'll step the right foot back this time, low lunge. Allowing yourself to sink into it for just a moment. And then warrior one, heel to the left, foot out to the left, spin the back heel down. Inhale, rise the arms up, sink the hips down and soften the shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out. Warrior two, open arms and hips, adjust the feet so that the heels line up with one another. Allow the front knee to be right over the front ankle. Reach the fingertips away from one another, but feel softness in the elbows and the shoulders, and maybe gaze forward. Just allow the shoulders to stack right under the hips and feel the hips sinking down. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. One more breath in and breath out. Reverse the warrior. Release the back hand to the back thigh. Reach the left arm up, stretch, really bend that front knee. And cartwheel the hands down to frame the front foot and step back to your downward facing dog. Feeling a stretch from your hands to your hips and from your hips to your heels. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And gently release your knees down to the mat and come to sit on your shins. So we'll do a little back bend here. It's a baby camel pose, you could call it. So coming on to a stand on your shins and separate your knees hip distance apart. So you can just look down and allow the knees to fall right under the hips. Your toes are gonna point straight back. And take your hands like you're taking them in your back jean pockets. So fingertips are down, palms are pressing into your low back, and start to wrap your elbows in towards one another so you feel your shoulders starting to open. And then from here, start to lift your chest up, press your hips forward, and start to lean back. And if it feels okay on your neck, you can let your head and neck go. Breathe in, breathe out. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Think about getting long in the spine. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And press your hands into your back. Start to lift your head and neck, and then drop your hips down towards your heels. Allow your palms to face up on your thighs, and just close your eyes for a moment. And sometimes after doing even just a gentle back bend, you can really feel a shift in how your energy feels internally. So just noticing, maybe you notice a change, maybe you don't, just becoming aware. Very gently, just starting to open your eyes. And we'll start to shift forward. So bring your legs forward. And start to take your hips back. So what this allows you to do is your pelvis is a bowl. So when you take your hips back, it allows your pelvis to sit like an actual bowl. If you don't take your pelvis back, then the bowl might be tipping forward or tipping back, and that's gonna not allow you to really fold forward as easily. It's not gonna feel as good, and it's just not gonna be as easy. So definitely take your flesh back. You can always sit on a blanket. Soften your knees. Take an inhale, lift your arms all the way up and stretch your fingertips away from your hips. And then as you exhale, drop your hands down and just start to take a gentle walk forward. And it doesn't matter how far you go, but gently just relax and let your body release wherever you land. And see if you can breathe deep, feeling that every inhale fills up your body. And every exhale allows your body to relax and release a little bit deeper. And taking your time, just starting to crawl your hands back towards your hips. Start to scoot your hips a little forward, and we'll come to lying down on the mat and bring your knees with you so you can curl into a little ball. And just bring your knees in towards your chest. You can rock a little side to side if that's going to feel nice. Giving your low back a little massage. And we'll take some gentle twist here. So taking your knees off to the left side. And then opening your right arm like a cactus arm and gazing over your right shoulder. It's a very gentle twist. Feeling that your right knee, the top knee, can get just as heavy down towards the mat as the left knee. Breathing deeply into the areas of your body where you feel the stretch. Inviting a sense of expansion on your breath in, and a sense of letting go on your breath out. Taking your time, just starting to lift your knees through center, and we'll take the other side. So go ahead and drop your knees off to the right this time. Open your left elbow out and just gaze over your left shoulder. Close your eyes. And again, just breathe into any spaces where you feel a little bit of a stretch. Very gently, just starting to lift your knees through center. Go ahead and give them another hug. Maybe rock a little side to side. And we'll come down to Shavasana now. So allowing your legs to go long. And you can really take up space here. So let your legs be open, let your feet fall out to the side. Your palms are going to face straight up, arms are wide. And then you just feel all the areas of your body that are touching the surface beneath you. And you just invite them to surrender a little bit deeper. There's this real sense of being held as we just relax here for a few moments, letting your body reap all the benefits of the movement and the practice. Taking your time, just slowly starting to deepen your breath. Feeling an expansion in your inhales, a letting go in your exhales. Starting to wiggle around in your fingers and your toes. Bringing some gentle movement back into your body. If it feels good, you can sweep your arms up over your head, maybe stretch out, toes to fingertips. And taking your time, go ahead and hug one knee back in toward your chest. And then the other knee, just give them a nice squeeze. And however you want to roll up to sit, so either rocking straight forward or off to the side, just allowing yourself to find that seated position that we started in. And once you're there, just allowing your eyes to close and your body to settle right back into this space. And on your next breath in, go ahead and sweep your arms out and up. Press your palms together over your head. And exhale your hands right back to the center of your chest. Pressing your thumbs back into your heartbeat. And together we'll take a deep breath in through the nose, fill up. Open the mouth, let it go. Twice more, a deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more like that. Breath in. Breath out. And namaste. Such a great job. Thanks so much for being with me. I'll see you next time.